It is winter in Minnesota, or at least it's close to it. It's currently very cold in my house because I have no heat or proper insulation. I mean, the walls have insulation in them, but my door has a gap in it, and there's no floor in the front of my house. Well, there's some floor. My cousin did come by to help. Man, I wish people actually watched my live streams. That would be nice, but I'm quite boring. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see what. Boop, 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 boop. Do. This is live from Animal Channel. We are going into the natural life of the bedbug. Me! Just kidding. Let's see. Now you see here. Your luck's run dry, Mac. Haunt. Ooh, I love the dark patch behind me. The freaking curtain where the light's coming in. It's all doo-doo. Nothing there. Sketch. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. This is holy crap mode. I'm a drunk. Look at the hair on my freaking face. It looks hilarious. Yes, I have a very scraggly beard. You can see in the drawing. Eyes do look cool though. Look at that. Look at these eyes. They're crazy, man. What is this? We're recording live from FanFest. It's bedtime. I'm just kidding. Sepia. What the heck is? It's basically just black and white. 8mm. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I'm live in my bedroom where there's a current infestation of bubbles. You can't get rid of them. They're immortal. Look, I'm doing it. I just have to wave my head. They're everywhere. Oh, God. Ah. I'm a major dork. Blush. I love how blush does nothing. Normal. I'm a very boring YouTuber, as you can tell, because I don't have a tripod for my phone to show you while I game. Plus, seeing as I game using my phone's hotspot, because I'm broke and don't have internet, I can't actually stream while I game. Hell, I can barely game because the hotspot barely keeps up. Thought I'd show. Yes, the little makeshift shelf there holds my whatchamacallit. That's how I blocked out my window. Right there. Because I was swatting at flies, because I had a bunch of big old flies in here, and I accidentally knocked down my curtain and lost the wall parts for it. So now it's a TV dinner tray, a suitcase, and a pillow. My house is in shambles, I must tell you. Ugh, just laying in bed. Just laying in bed, I tell you. I have a very scraggly beard. You see this beard? Yes. Oh, it's because I have a baby face complex. If I cut my beard, I look a lot younger. Bartenders don't realize I'm 21 because it doesn't look like it. Oh. It's getting on to winter here in Minnesota. It's getting very cold. In fact, the only heat I have for my house is my, what should we call it, this oven. And, I don't know if you can see it. Nope, it's behind. It's right there. You see that propane tank? That's hooked up to what is called a heater buddy, which is on the chair. I think you can see it in the chair if I turn my thing a little bit. You can probably see it in the chair. That's called a heater buddy. It's a little propane heater for your house. You know, to heat up rooms or crawl spaces, if you have one, during the winter, to prevent pipes from freezing, and, in my case, doors from swelling shut that won't, open again until winter's over. Because that's what my house does. During the winter, the doors freeze shut, because in winter, wood swells when it gets cold. And seeing as my house isn't, fully closed and insulated, I am gonna lose the ability to leave my house during the winter. That's gonna suck. I'm telling you that now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't eat the last burrito.
I'm a dork. So, to get out from under my blanket, shit is cold, and walk over here, I'm going to show you the front of my house. The front room. Currently, it has dishes and a few pizza boxes I was going to burn, but this is the state of the front of my house. The floor is partially done. That's a trash can. That's a trash bag. That's another trash bag. That is all my medicine and other medical stuff. This is how I'm keeping the front door shut, because there's no handle. By the way, that's a bungee cord keeping my screen door shut. But this is what is a replacement for the floor joists, because they're shredded and falling apart. I mean, look. Get you a closer look at that one. That's not even the worst. The one that was in the bathroom was mulch, and I'm not kidding you, it was legit mulch. I mean, this is the master bedroom. You can tell it's going to be an amazing room when it's actually done and insulated. I'm going to get rid of this ugly ass wall board because it's fake. Piece of advice, don't put fake wood on your walls. That's my fridge. Only half of it works. That was my work schedule. I actually need to take that down because I don't have a job anymore. Haha. Now I switched the camera on because I don't want you to see the floor in the rest of my house, because where there's actual floor is dirty. But Jesus Christ, it's fucking cold in here. I already had like 2 plates of hot food and a fucking cup of coffee. Which reminds me, I need to put this food away. I made grilled cheese sandwiches, but instead of grilling the cheese sandwich, I nuked it for a minute in the microwave. Because I'm poor. Yeah. I've got butter. And I've got pans. Oh, God, it's fucking cold. That's my mail sorter. Right there, that thing. Hanging on the wall. It's got one nail holding it in because the other one fell out. Oh, fuck. It's cold. It's very cold. That's my coffee maker. It's on a cart. No idea what that cart was originally used for, but it's useful. So, okay. That's the only door I can really go in and out of. That's my back door, by the way. Front door, as I showed you, doesn't work. That door I went through to get up to the front of the house, I actually had to install so I could have a door that closes and locks between the part of my house that has no lock on the door, or a working door, and the part of my house that has Hold on. I'm trying to fix my blanket around my feet. In the part of my house that has all of my stuff. Oh. Num 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 num. Staying warm. Oh, we ninjas like to be sneaky. Hmm. Da 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 da. I'm bored. I'm bored. By the way, that's a fly strip because I have a major fly problem in this house. Well, not as. Damn it. My blanket continues to try to get off of my bed. For some reason, the half that is hanging off the side of the bed is heavier than the half laying on the bed, which is more than half on the bed. So somehow it slips off the side of the bed. Do not know how, like, a fifth of the blanket is heavier than the rest of it. Logic. I do not know. It goes that way. It's very cold. I mean, on my feet alone, I'm wearing 2 layers of socks. That's right, 2 layers of socks to try to keep my feet warm. Because when I sleep, I bundle all the blanket up near my face to try to keep my upper body warm, because that's the important part. But in the process, I leave my feet quite exposed. It's very annoying. I love how I go live. Nobody bothers to look or watch. But when I'm done, eventually somebody sees the video, and then another, and then another. On one of my other live streams, I had 5 views almost a week after it happened. And then nothing. I love being a YouTuber that's actually been on YouTube for quite a while. And yes, that's right, I'm not Jake Paul or one of those other idiots that does stupid shit with all the money they have. Like buying snow and transporting it to LA when they could have taken a trip to somewhere with actual snow. Like to Minnesota during the winter. Oh wait, but they're too pansy to come up here during the winter. They don't like negative 50-degree weather. Whatever happened to YouTube is actually going places to experience shit. Pfft. Weaklings. Dare you to come up here during the winter. You can come visit me. We'll hang out and do shit. Like, actually leave the house during the winter. I can't really do that. I can layer up like crazy, but as soon as I start getting cold, every single joint in my body starts to lock up, and it sucks. Yes, I know. I have issues with the cold, yet I live in Minnesota. Not just any part of Minnesota. I live up near the top of Minnesota, right near Canada. Thank you, Canada, for constantly sending us your cold weather and your extra snowstorms. Thank you. Oh, don't worry. If you try to send it to North Dakota, they'll just send it to us. They repackage that gift. All the time. I mean, earlier this year alone, the end of winter, it wasn't until the end of April. The end of winter gave us one last blizzard that closed down a major airport almost completely. The Minneapolis airport was down to 1 runway to land and have planes take off. They prioritized planes landing that have already been in the air for a while. Which means my flight to California for my dad's memorial and my sister's wedding was cancelled for a day until things got better. Luckily, the next day there was more sun than snow. Minnesota is weird with that. You could have a freaking blizzard one day, the next it's sunshine. No clouds at all, just sunshine. Well, I guess that happens in a state that has no mountains. Because why? Because Minnesota's flat. Which means when you try to barbecue during the summer, you get wind. blowing out your barbecue all the time. I mean all the time, especially when you prefer cooking with coal, or charcoal, rather than propane. Propane just leaves a weird flavor on things, I don't know why. Ear itch. Go away. And in my bed, I will show you. Oh, by the way, that's my new tattoo. I don't best look at it. A week before I lost my job. Is my jar of peanuts. They're spicy peanuts, so I can't eat too many of them before I get. Well, that was full like yesterday, so I guess I can eat quite a lot of them before they get too spicy. I wish people would watch my damn live streams. But I'm too boring. I don't do anything interesting in these live streams. Should probably stop doing live streams, but recording and then posting takes forever. Ash finally has a noticeable mustache, and my beard is a bit thicker than it used to be. By the way, I'm 21, so don't go thinking I'm like 18 or some shit. I don't like being called younger than I am. Come to think of it, I actually get called old rather often, especially if you're like me and you've played on like all the older game systems. New age gamers are like, what is that? It's like, you cannot call yourself a gamer if you do not know what it is. Especially these days when you're playing Destiny and people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. That shit never happened. Yes, it did. I'm a year one player. I got the special, what do you call it? Armor shader called Old Guard, or the Old Guard. I can't remember if it's the Old Guard or Old Guard. For year one players, that was like exclusively given out to year one players for their year one characters. Oh, by the way, after the last Destiny update, you can't make a new character and then put the shader on the new character. Don't you love that? So you go through and you get the character to like level 20 so you can use armor shaders, but then you can't use the only really pitch black badass one that you got exclusively because you were a year one player. Thanks, Spongy. You put an update up for a game you barely maintain anymore, and you only take shit away. And then, I know these nostrils so weird. And then, for Destiny 2, you fucking make exotic quests have 3 parts to do one thing! Like, the Ace of Spades. You know, it was a pain in the ass to get the Gambit kills. That took a while. Then, let's do, let's, what are they called? It's not a raid, it's a strike. Then you have to get strike kills with it. Okay, that's not as hard. Oh, you spent all this time getting the first 2 parts done? Well, guess what? Now you gotta do it in Crucible! By the way, everybody has Sleeper Simulant and fucking extraordinary exotic weapons you don't have a chance at getting. Thanks. Oh, I fucking hate Sleeper Simulant. That's why it took me forever to get the damn Gambit kills. It's because they either had Sleeper Simulant or your team had Sleeper Simulant. Now, don't nerf the fucking gun. Bungie, don't be stupid and nerf another weapon. No. Don't nerf it. It's a... Oh, fuck. Where is it? Looking for the power cord for my phone. By the way, I spent $19 on this damn thing. Yeah, no, Bungie, don't nerf any more weapons. Just stop being bullshit with your fucking exotic quests. That's all you gotta do. Honestly. Why do I have to get so many fucking hand cannon kills just to get the gun to accept my hand? My hand is thrown up in the air like, why? Off screen because the screen doesn't cover it. This is why Bungie shouldn't have left 343 and went with fucking Activision. Fucking dumbasses, I'm telling you. Terrible retards. And I can fucking say that. You wanna know why? Because it's not fucking offensive. How do we fix the gaming industry these days? Because everybody's following EA's example, and that's bullshit. I don't even play EA games anymore. I'm fucking tired of them. Everything's like, oh, you want to do this? No, buy it. Oh, you want this cool thing? Nope, buy it. I have $15 to last me until Christmas. Because I don't have a job anymore. And I keep getting rejected from jobs. Gotta love society these days. Look how quickly I returned to white after that. And then, a few seconds later, I'm white again. I'm a very white person. I mean, I spent 2 months in California working in the sun. And I'm still white. Of course, my face is cold, so it's actually red. I have blood in my face trying to heat up. But look at my arm. I'm white. 2 months in California in the sun. Still white. I don't know why my hands are always red, though. Boots, because it's cold. And this is not a cow lick. I call this a Cooper lick because my dog from California is named Cooper, and when I was young, I used to let him lick my hair when I got out of the bath or the shower. So I have this, and this is like permanent now. Like I didn't have it before I started letting him do it. So now it's permanent. Life is boring and full of bullshit. I have a lot of complaints about the world, but that's because I observe things for how they really are. Like employers these days. They'll say, oh, we're hiring. Then when you go to apply for the job, they look at all your qualifications and go, no. That person over there has more qualifications than you do. They get hired. You don't. Bye-bye. It's like, okay. I mean, shit, I got turned down from McDonald's. And they will fucking hire a chimpanzee. Oh. And then there's the gaming industry. Like, I have lost hope in them artards, because for some fucking reason, they want everybody to pay everything they got just to get the simple shit. Your drop ratio is bullshit. Your gear randomizer is bullshit. And this is going to Bungie for Destiny. Your fucking gear doesn't get more powerful, yet you make enemies twice as powerful. You can't even fight them. Because why? Because in order to get the gear you need to do raids. And the problem is the raids you have weak. They don't give you gear powerful enough. And the random drops are always maxed out. I have very few pieces of gear that are over 500 in light power. Not white power, light power. I keep getting nothing but 500 gear. And that shit's bullshit because in the Dreaming City in Destiny's 2 Forsaken DLC, a shitload of the enemies are at 530 light. How am I supposed to get there? Hell, I haven't even maxed out the light in any of my characters in the original Destiny. Because all the gear I get's weaker than the shit I've got equipped. Oh, I could get a lot of resources. Yeah, I get a lot of resources. You want to know why? Because I keep fucking dismantling shit. I get bullshit weaponry. Bullshit gear. That's what I get. That is what I get for being a loyal fucking player. I get crap. I've been playing Bungie's stuff since they were with 343 on Halo Combat Evolved. Continue to buy their crap. But I will not constantly pay just to unlock better fucking weapons. I try to actually play your games. And what do I get for it? I get nothing. My ability to get better gear and good weapons is lower than that of everybody who constantly pays. Like people who do that silver shit. Like, yeah, a couple of times I've paid for silver to get things from Eververse. You know what? Yeah, that's okay. I do it every now and again. Like, I've done it, I think, twice. I've bought in silver to just get a bunch of packages and see what I can get, just a random stuff. But there are people that play these games that will sit there and spend every last dime they've got getting this shit. Like, why are you spending that much? Because you're more than likely going to get armor shaders and weapon and gear ornament and transmat shit than you are going to get weapons and armor. God, I miss fucking year one of the original Destiny when you could do a damn exotic quest, get the exotic weapon. Oh, wait. I only got him like a third of the time I was doing exotic quests because I'd finish it, turn it in, and I wouldn't get shit. That's right, Bungie. I'd finish your exotic quests. Would I get the exotic gear? No. I wouldn't get anything, actually. I would turn it in, and that was it. I wouldn't even get XP for it. I'd get nothing. Did you ever fix it? No, you didn't. You know what you did? You took out the ability to farm engrams. That was the best thing in the world. Because you know what people did a lot of that time? They farmed the engrams. The stuff they got out of them was weaker than what they had. They would scrap it and use that to upgrade their gear. That was the point of farming. No, you fixed all the farming spots, but you didn't fix the bugs in your exotic quest. You didn't fix the bugs in the rest of the game. No, you fixed the shit that was fun. That is what every damn game studio does these days, is they fix the fun things and leave the broke shit for you to deal with. And what do? We continue to buy their games, continue to play those games, and continue to make them rich because we cannot do anything else. And then there's the parents trying to boycott games because they're violent. Well, you know what? At the end of a school day or the end of a work day, video games are a good outlet for people's anger, you artard motherfuckers. Because why? Because when a kid gets home from a day at school and they were bullied or they were just not having a very good day, playing a video game, especially a violent one, let them get their anger out. You know what you should get those kids? You should get them first-person shooters like Halo or Gears of War. Wait, Gears of War is a third-person shooter, not a first-person shooter. Or is it a second person? I can't remember. But get them games like that. Not GTA 5, stupid! Because then you just end up blaming the game for their fucking language and their problems. When you're the idiot, then bought them the game. Why? Because there's a bunch of 5-year-olds playing GTA 5, and they're talking like they're 30-year-old black guys. Not racist, by the way. Because they figure that that's how they talk in real life when only the stupid ones do. Or ones making stereotypical vines. Not a lot of people remember what vines are. And they do this all the time, except when their parents are around. But then they mistreat their parents. You want to know why? Because their parents are fucking spoiling them and not smacking them upside the head for being stupid. I miss those days, by the way. When your parent could walk up behind you, you're acting stupid, they would just smack you upside the damn head. Not go, oh, you're just misbehaving because you want attention. No, they're misbehaving because they know you're not gonna do shit about it. You know what my dad did to me when I was growing up? Yeah, I had a phase where I was just the biggest shit in the world. I'd threaten to call child services on him. You know what he would do? He'd hand me the phone and say, go ahead. I'd threaten to call the cops. He'd hand me the phone and say, go ahead. He wasn't going to put up with the shit. You want to know why? Because he was an actual parent. And if I was going to misbehave, he took my shit away. Or he actually punished me. He'd give me spankings for certain things. He'd take my shit away for other things. Or he'd ground me. He was an actual fucking parent. Not the parents that are there these days who go, oh, my kid's misbehaving. No wonder why. Oh, it's probably because they want to fly. Probably because they want attention. They're misunderstood. They're not misunderstood. They don't want attention. No. It's because you're a shitty parent and you spoil the fuck out of them. Like, I see 4-year-olds with next generation phones that have just come out. Why the fuck are you buying them like multi-$100 fucking phones? And then wondering why they never take their face away from them. There's reasons why people used to beat their children. And that was because it taught them lessons. You misbehave, you get a beating. You do stupid shit, you get in trouble for it. You know what I'm going to do when I become a parent? I'm going to raise my kid right. You know what I'm going to do? They misbehave, they're going to lose their shit. They do something really bad, they're going to get a beating like I used to get. They behave good, you know what? They'll get a treat. You know what that treat will be? I'll take them to a movie or something. Take them out for ice cream. Maybe go out for dinner. Something that shows you get rewarded for good behavior. You know what I used to do when I needed cash? I did chores. I worked around the house. I got paid. You know what kids do these days when they want money? They bitch and complain. And just to shut them up, their parents give them what they want. I mean, like, does this work? No. It shows them you're a weak little shit that's going to bend to their every whim just because they throw a hissy fit. Now, if you're not one of those parents that does that, good on you. But if you're not one of those parents that does that, but you still won't properly punish your child, you need to fucking change what you're doing. I have a bit of swelling under one of my eyes. The way shit goes these days is a very big disappointment to me. Just, I'm disappointed in how this fucking world is going these days. Nothing is the way it should be. Because you have too many people that are fucking fairies when it comes to serious shit. No, I'm not talking about gay people. And yes, I have gay friends. By the way, hi guys, if you're looking at this. But I mean fairies as in like fucking namby-pamby little shit fucks that can't do shit right and won't make hard choices. Like I've had to make a shitload of hard choices. I gave up on a relationship that was going really well because I lost contact with that girl after I moved up here to Minnesota to take care of my dad, which is now dead. You know what I'm doing even though he's dead now? I'm finishing the house he was working on. I'm actually living in that house, the house I've just showed you in this video. I'm sticking it through because, one, I can't sell the house when it's half, no, not even half done. It's like a third done or a quarter done. Because there's an entire upstairs that needs to be redone. But people that can't make hard decisions disappoint me. Hard decision number 1. Move in with girlfriend or move 2,000 miles to take care of your dad that has an alcohol problem. I moved in with my dad. I forfeited something that was going to make me happy to take care of a guy that didn't give a fuck that he was drinking himself to death. Yeah. Hard decision. Really? Yeah. No, it was. It was actually, a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's not a hard decision. He's family. You should choose him all the time. No. You see, the 3 years that followed that decision included me dragging him home from our neighbor's yard when he was drunkenly passed out in their backyard, making sure he was able to get into bed without falling flat on his face next to the bed, trying to control how much he actually drank, cleaning up after him, trying to get him to eat anything at all. Basically, I was his maid, his chef, and all-around caretaker for 3 fucking years. 3. You know what happened? His liver shut down, and his kidneys quickly followed. And what happened after that? He died. You know what I'm left with? I'm left with a truck that doesn't work, a car that is slowly breaking down bit by bit, a motorcycle that doesn't run, a house that's needing a lot of repair, and I mean a lot, and I have no job. Why? Because every time I go to get a job, I get rejected. When I do get a job, I try to work my ass off to do the job I applied for, only to get thrown into other positions in the place I applied for, or the job the workplace I'm working at, I'm not allowed to do the job I applied for. So a lot of people are going to go like, but that's part of having a job. No, it's not supposed to be. You see, your employer is supposed to hire people to do the job they need done, so they don't have to constantly pull people away from other spots. These employers don't do that. They haven't changed since 2016. So I try to do my job. They complain I'm too slow at it. Why? Because most of the time, I'm stuck in a different part of the damn store. Yeah, I was working at Walmart. I was stuck in a different part of the fucking store doing a different job. A job I didn't apply for. A job I barely had training for. And they complained about my job doing that too. They were fucking artards. So that, of course, caused a shitload of stress, which constantly got me sick. Because, let's see, dealing with stupid people on a daily basis that get paid more than you or in a higher position than you and can just fire your ass at any time they feel like they don't fucking want you around anymore. On top of dealing with stress of trying to repair a home before winter hits, which I failed miserably, trying to keep yourself fed on a shitty paycheck didn't really happen between the bills I have to pay. And let's see. Oh, that's right. And the stress of just losing one of the people you made a decision to fucking spend 3 years of your life taking care of dies regardless. Life was peachy. So my health issues piled up. And then I lost my job. You know what I was left with? I was left with not a whole lot of money to pay my bills. So I'm fucking screwed. Oh, shit. Yep. The world these days is a bunch of bullshit. No matter what you do, you get fucked either way. Make a choice to support family, you lose friends. Make a choice to support friends, you lose family. Make a choice to not do either, you fucking lose both. Or in my case, make a choice to support family, lose the one you love, and then lose your fucking family you chose to take care of. Or choose to support the one you love and lose the family. Oh, it's just a fucking peachy life. And then you have friends, like I do. I have friends who are next to never around. Why? Because they're not, available to be around all the time. But when they are around, they are either not wanting to hang out or they've got really nothing to do when you hang out with them. So you're really not doing anything. Which is just boring beyond belief. Ugh, I've been rambling on for 44 fucking minutes. It's not like anybody's gonna actually see this video. Ugh. It's good to rant every now and again. You guys should try it if anybody sees this. Rant. Record yourself ranting. Get it off your fucking chest. Just do it. It doesn't matter if people say, "Oh, it's just you're just complaining." No, you're ranting because you need to get shit off your chest, and the people you have to talk to are fucking nerd. I'm actually still sick. I haven't been healthy for a while, and I'm eating crappy food because it's what I've got. And I've got no money to actually fucking go and buy healthy shit. Because even when I get my food stamp card, because that's what I have to get in order to continue to eat, I will not have enough money to actually get anything healthy. I will have to get crappy stuff, like frozen dinners, and live off of those again.